And good morning, everyone. Welcome to the University of Mindanao and welcome to our program info session. And hope that everyone is doing great this morning. And this program info session aims to um, inform you students, no, incoming freshmen, and currently grade 12 senior high schools students, no, of the different courses and programs of the university offered. All right. And this morning, we're going to feature two programs under the College of Teacher Education, and that is the Bachelor of um, Special Needs Education and Bachelor of Elementary Education. All right. So, are you all excited for these programs? I know you're all excited, and same with us. No, we are very excited to also present to you the salient features of these programs and how it can help you guys on achieving the profession that you want to in the future. And so, without further ado, let's start our program info session by having this quick virtual tour of the two um, campuses of the University of Mindanao here in Davao City, and that is the UM Matina campus and also the Bolton campus. So please take a look at this. All right, so there you have it, guys, the 28 hectares UM Matina campus and also the Bolton campus. All right, so I think we're ready for our session this morning. So without further ado, let us start. And by the way, we are also live in our YouTube channel. So if you cannot join or you have problems with your internet connection here in Zoom, so later on you can check again and um check of all this information that you can get in this program info session. And so without further ado, let's start our program info session for the first program that we're going to feature this morning under the College of Teacher Education, and that is the Bachelor of Elementary Education. And to give us more information about the Bachelor of Elementary Education program of the University of Mindanao under the College of Teacher Education, we have with us the program head of the Bachelor of Elementary Education, Professor Charmaine Banyes. A virtual round of applause, please.
Good
Ma'am.
morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. So I'm going to give you here a quick information about our program, the Bachelor of Elementary Education. So I hope that you will be able to join our program. Okay? So basically, all of us has our own vision board. Okay? With this goal to accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream. Not only plan, but also believe. When we have a dream, we should always believe that we will always reach that dream of ours. Okay? So what's your plan? Of course, everybody, when we finish our senior high school, we would always think, what's next? Okay? What program should I choose when I enter college? What should I consider? Okay? What are our career plans, our career goals? What should I choose? What path should I follow? So now, why choose UM? But we have a lot of universities here in Davao City, even in Mindanao. But why choose UM? Okay, the College of Teacher Education, basically, we have a number of manifestation. We already have received manifestation of its high standards with regards to high standards and quality instruction, research, and extension. We are also awarded as a Center of Excellence by the Commission of Higher Education, is a Center for Teaching Training by the Department of Education, and a Level 3 accreditation by PACOCOA. Okay? It is also one of the producers of the Region's Board Placers in the licensure of examinations for teachers. Okay? So we have here our Dean Jocelyn D. Bacasmot, and I am the program head for the Bachelor of Elementary Education, as well as for the Bachelor of Special Needs Education. Okay, so right now we've already produced 110 top notchers for the college, and it is already included here the 6 top notchers from the from December 2022 board examination, 6 from the B.Ed program, and we are still hoping and praying for more top notchers for the recent licensure examinations for teachers. So here are the one of the many moments that we award our top notchers with their incentives. Again, we have here our top 2, our top 4, top 8. Recently, we had top 4, 5, 7, 9, and 10. Okay. So the child is one of the most assets on the nation. Every effort should be exerted to promote his welfare and enhance his opportunities for a useful and happy life. So in the education process of a child, basically, elementary is the foundation. Okay? The elementary level is the foundation of each child when she starts to go to school. So that is how important elementary teachers are. We do build the foundation of learning of our students. So let's talk about the program description of of Bachelor of Education in Elementary Education. Of course, here's our degree name, which is Bachelor of Elementary Education, also known as BE-Ed. The Bachelor of Elementary Education is an undergraduate teacher education degree program designed to prepare individuals intending to teach in the elementary level. So that is kinder to grade 6. Okay? The BE-Ed degree program aims to develop highly motivated and competent teachers specializing in the content and pedagogy for elementary education. So later on, I will show to you the different programs, the different courses, that you will take when you enroll BE-Ed. After successful completion of all academic requirements of the degree or the program, graduates of BE-Ed should be able to practice the teaching profession in the elementary level. This is one of the things that they would say. When you graduate BE-Ed, you would only teach elementary. You cannot teach high school. Whereas if you would graduate with BS-Ed degree, you can teach in the elementary level. Yes, you are only focused in teaching the elementary level. However, you would play an important role in teaching the students in the elementary level. Okay? You are one of the teachers that who will build the career, the foundation of our students in elementary grades. Okay? The Bachelor of Elementary Education degree program draws from various allied disciplines like social studies, science, math, technology, languages, and humanities to ensure that the graduates have a multidisciplinary in content and pedagogy. It is said that once you are an elementary teacher, you should be well-rounded. You need to know all the subjects because there's a chance when you start to teach in elementary schools, you would be assigned to teach in grade 1, in which you would teach all the subject areas. That is why in our curriculum right now, we are trained to teach every subject. So when we go to the field, we already know how to teach each subject. Yeah. Now, in general, all graduates of an education program after graduating will have the following abilities. Okay? First, of course, articulate and discuss the latest developments in the specific fields of practice. Second, effectively communicate in English and Filipino, both orally and writing. Okay? We are trained because one of the things that we need to have as teachers, we need to know how to communicate well with our students, whether in English or Filipino, even in the vernacular. Next, work effectively and collaboratively with a substantial degree independence in multidisciplinary and multicultural teams, not only with one discipline, but we are also trained to be multidisciplinary as well as multicultural because we have to deal different cultures, especially if you will be assigned in far areas in which the learners there are of different cultures. Next, act in recognition of professional, social, and ethical responsibility. Okay, as we go through learning the education programs, we are taught with the code of ethics, with the different theories, which we would be able to apply when we start to teach. Okay? And of course, we have to preserve and promote Filipino historical and cultural heritage. This is the general outcomes that an education graduate must have as they graduate. However, there are also specific outcomes that for education graduates to possess after graduating. Okay, we have here 8 outcomes. First, articulate the rootedness of education in philosophical, sociocultural, historical, psychological, and political contexts. This is what is mentioned being multidisciplinary. Okay? Demonstrate mastery of subject matter or each discipline. Of course, we have to master every subject matter that we are ought to teach. So when you enroll with the um, education programs, we would train you to master the subject matter that you are going to teach. Next, facilitate learning using a wide range of teaching methodologies in various types of environment. So we will not only focus on the technology when we teach, we will not only focus on one or two, but we will train you to become um, diverse. We will train you to become flexible in every situation, in every environment that you will be in. Next, develop innovative curricula, instructional plans, teaching approaches, and resources for diverse learners. Remember, learners are equally different. We have to address the needs of each student. So that is why we also need to learn a lot of teaching approaches so that we can be able to address the needs of every student. Apply skills in the development and utilization of ICT to promote quality, relevant, and sustainable education practices. We are now in our 21st century. That is why we are also being trained. You will be trained to become um, somehow skilled in the use of ICT. We would integrate ICT in most of our major courses so that we would be able to practice using and develop your skills using ICT. Demonstrate a variety of thinking skills in planning, monitoring, assessing, and reporting learning process of outcomes. And we would develop these skills for you so that you would be prepared to become a teacher after 4 years in college. Practice professional and ethical teaching standards sensitive to the local, national, and global realities. Of course, we have to take into a wider range of teaching standards. We will not just focus on our locality, but we would also go national and globally. Okay? We will be introduced to different practices that is being practiced in different areas here in Mindanao, as well as in the Philippines, and in a global context. And lastly, to pursue lifelong learning for personal and professional growth through varied experiential and field-based opportunities. We would deploy you. When you reach fourth year, you will be deployed in our partner schools for you to experience the real classroom setting, the real classroom experiences of a teacher, so that you would also be prepared on what you are going to face when you become a teacher. In addition, here in school, the different organizations also conduct different activities, seminars, gatherings that would eventually increase your personal and professional growth, even if you are still a student. Now, those are the outcomes that we need to possess as an education graduate. But right now, these are the specific outcomes from a BEd student. And when you finish the BEd program, the graduates will have the ability to demonstrate in-depth understanding of the diversity of learners in various learning areas, not just with the learners, but also with the various learning areas. We have a lot of subjects. Remember, In an elementary, we already have 8 subjects that we teach. In grade 1 to 3, there's a possibility that you will teach each subject for that grade level. So here in the college, we would already prepare you for you to face that challenge when you are already teaching. We will prepare you here. Okay? Manifest meaningful and comprehensive pedagogical content knowledge of the different subject areas. How are we going to teach each subject area with confidence, with mastery? Okay? With the correct approaches, with the correct strategies, you would be able to demonstrate, you would be able to teach the subject matter confidently. Utilize appropriate assessment and evaluation tools to measure learning outcomes. With the assessment of learning, you will be able to choose the correct assessment and evaluation tools that you will use in your classes, appropriate for each grade level. Next, manifest skills in communication, higher order thinking, and use of tools and technology to accelerate learning and teaching. And we need to be trained on how to speak fluently and how to speak confidently to develop communication skills so that we will be able to communicate with our students properly. Not just with our students, but also with the parents. Okay? Next, demonstrate positive attributes of a model teacher, both as an individual and as a professional. Remember that teachers are our models. We need to behave accordingly. That is why we need to follow what is written in our code of ethics. Because what we do, the students can see. And there are really instances that they would copy, they would imitate what we do because we are our teachers. So here, while you are still studying, we would constantly remind you to behave accordingly, to behave as a teacher, even if you are still a student, so that you would be able to bring that one when you are already a teacher. Okay? And lastly, manifest a desire to continually pursue personal and professional development. We would always remind you to never stop learning. Learning is an unending journey for us teachers. Keep on learning new things, keep on discovering new strategies. And we would always remind you with this so that you will not forget that you need to grow, to continually pursue your personal and professional development. Okay? Now let's proceed with our curriculum. Here, I'm going to show you the different professional education and specialization courses that you will take when you choose BEd program. Okay, so here, before this, you also have 13 courses under the general education, which is also mandated by CHED. This is based on our CHED Memorandum Order number 74. Okay, so for your first year, you will have 5 professional education courses and 1 major specialization course. Okay, so these are all together with the general education courses and PE, of course, and LSTP. It is also always included for your first year and second year. You have your PE and NSTP, okay, because that is mandated by CHED. It is a requirement for you to finish your program. Okay. So here you're going to have the child, adolescent learners and learning principles. The theories here of each child and adolescent will be introduced to you. Next, the foundations of special and inclusive education. Remember that right now we are promoting inclusive education. And then you also have your technology for teaching and learning. And technology in teaching and learning will be introduced here. And then you will also have facilitating learner-centered teaching and facilitation of learners in the classroom. Okay? And then you have your major subject, which is the content and pedagogy in the mother tongue. We all know that grades 1 to 3 has their mother tongue, the MTB. Okay? And of course, you would also be taught on your first year how to write lesson plan. Okay? Because you are going to be writing a lot of lesson plans. So on your first year, you are already be trained on how to write a lesson plan. Now, on your second year, there are more major subjects during your second year. This is a combination of the first semester and the second semester courses. More or less, you're going to have 9 specialization courses together with your 3 professional education courses. So assessment of learning 1 and 2 and the teacher and the school curriculum will be introduced to you during your second year. And then of course, with our core subjects, you would start to learn about them. Okay? Filipino, we also have math, music, English, science, social studies. Then we also have GMRC. So these are the major specialization that you are going to take when you are in second year. Usually, the major subjects are divided into 2. For example, in Filipino, you have here Wika. On your third year, you'll be focusing on Panitikan, just like English. But I think for English, during your second year, I think first sem, you'll have your language arts. And then on second semester, you're going to have your literature. Okay, so all subject areas are divided. For example, math, the primary and intermediate math are divided. Okay, that's EdMath 1 and EdMath 2. Okay, so you will not be bombarded and you will get to be trained on how to teach each subject addressing the needs of a primary grade levels, which is grade 1 to 3, as well as the intermediate grade levels, which is for grades 4 to grade 6. Yeah. So your training will be focusing during your second year and your third year. It's all about major subjects. Okay. On your third year, you're also going to have your research, in which you would be focusing on the different new approaches, classroom management, anything about any research that is connected to the elementary program. Okay, so that is our your major subjects, and we also have here below at STE, which is teaching multi-grade classes. This is an elective class, but it is also part of your requirements so that you would be able to finish your program. Okay. So during your fourth year, you would be focusing on your deployment. So you are going to have your field study 1 and 2. You will be deployed in our partner schools. And then that would be during the first semester. And on your second semester, you're going to do your teaching internship. Okay? And then here at the University of Mindanao, we prepare our students for the board examinations. That is why we have our competency appraisal, in which you're going to have a thorough review on your general education courses as well as your professional education courses for you to be prepared when you are going to take your licensure examinations for teachers. So it is somehow a mock board examinations, but it is very similar on how you would deal with the licensure examinations. But you're still a student, yet You would be trained and prepared to become a teacher in holistically. Yeah. So what to expect in bachelor in elementary education? The careers in elementary education program, of course, the basic and the most important career that we can have is being a teacher in kinder to grade 6. We could also write children's book. We could be a trainer or a coach. Since in elementary, we could train different students in math, English, speaking, okay? Even in arts, we could do that as well. Of course, if you still don't want to be a teacher in a classroom setup, you could be a home-based or center-based tutor or teacher, private, okay? One-on-one, individualized instruction. We could also you could also be an instructional materials developer or designer. We could be a behavioral consultant, since we do also you would be also learning the different theories on how to manage different behavior of students. We could be an elementary curriculum specialist. We could do child care or child life specialist. You could be a school director if you want to pursue or you thought that you would want to to establish an elementary school, they can do that. Okay? We could be a content developer for instructional websites, educational researcher, module writer, and a college professor. However, being a college professor also needs a further studies. Okay? Now, here are some of the examples of our students from the BEN. So we would ask them different outputs, and here are some of the outputs that I've collected from my students. So here's an example of a poster and a visual aid. The basic visual aid that we would use. We train our students to not just rely on technology, but there are times that we would require them to make a visual aid, because not every classroom has its own technology. So the availability is very limited. So we would still resort in using visual aids. And that is why we still continue to train them, to encourage them to use visual aids when they do their presentations. And here's another example of instructional material, as well as a brochure for a product. Okay, this is from NTLE. So here's another visual aid that one of our students used for her presentation. This is for social studies. Here are other posters, electronic posters that our students made. Yeah. Another, you could be creative as you are, limitless on how you are going to be creative, because here in UN, we promote innovation. And of course, you could be your own self in designing your own classroom. Yeah. Here's an example of a dream classroom of one of our students. And that's all about the BEd program. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And I hope you will be able to choose BEd as your choice for your college degree. Thank you so much.
And thank you so much, Professor Charmaine, for giving us those information with regards to Bachelor of Elementary Education. And so later on, we'll be entertaining questions from our audience here in Zoom and also in the YouTube channel. And so this time, let's proceed with the next program under the College of Teacher Education. And this is the Bachelor of Special Needs Education. And to give us more information about this program, we have with us now one of the high caliber faculty of the Bachelor of Special Needs Education program of the university. We have Professor Jillian Samantha Napil. Ma'am?
Yes, sir. I'll be sharing my screen. Okay. Right. So once again, good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing having a great day so far. So I'm tasked to present with you one of the programs under elementary education of the University of Mindanao. So I'll be focusing my presentation on the Bachelor of Special Needs Education and presenting to you this program, this awesome program. I am Jillian Samantha Napil, one of the faculty of BSNet program under University of Mindanao. Right. So let's start first with what is the nature of the field of study. So what is Bachelor of Special Needs Education? So BSNED or Bachelor of Special Needs Education is an undergraduate degree program which specializes in special needs education. So earlier, as mentioned by our program head, Charm, um, the amount or the population of, I mean, we are already in promoting for inclusive education. And as we all know, the population or the number of students identified or diagnosed with special need or a disability is increasing. So we can no longer avoid that one. So um, this part of initiative to be able to cater them in the education field. Okay. So same with other programs. Uh, these BSNet offers two specialization. So we have here early childhood education and elementary school teaching. So for the early childhood education or ECBSNet, ECE, they can teach in regular schools as early childhood education teachers or handling preschool or kindergarten levels. Or they can also be a special education teacher or learnings support staff. So, aside from that, they can also work in SPED centers as special education teachers. And a graduate of elementary school teaching specialization, they can work as regular classroom or subject teachers in inclusive schools. They can also opt to teach in SPED centers. So both of the graduates of these degrees may practice in center or home or community based educational setting. Same with the generalist program, they can opt to pursue being behavior coaches or tutors or intervention specialists. That is also one of the um, opportunity for this degree, right? So we are now gonna walk through the program goals of this program. First is preparing teachers who will instruct and manage students with additional needs in inclusive and segregated settings. Another program goal is the learners will be equipped to teach the basic education curriculum and alternate curricula depending on the needs of the students. So there are different teaching strategies to teach the basic education curriculum, modifying the curriculum depending on the or tailor fitting the needs of these learners. Okay, and next one is a graduate of this degree program should be able to teach in both regular and special education schools as a teacher, provided that we are going to pass the licensure examination for teachers in the specific area of specialization. So just like other um, education programs. Right. So we have allied fields. that if in case you are this is related to the BSNet program, we have here psychology, occupation therapy, um, counselor education. Another one is developmental pediatrics and speech pathology, and then social work. So these allied fields are also connected to the field of special needs education because the outputs, I mean, or the graduates of these fields also be part of what we call the multidisciplinary team, which is very much needed in making the IEPs of our learners with special needs. So we will be needing some of their services to help the child progress. So program outcomes. So we have a few of a program outcomes that we need to highlight for us to understand what will be uh, the end point of this program, or what would be what to expect. Okay, so number one is I will be able to provide an respectful and meaningful learning experiences and collaborative opportunities for students with additional needs and their families. Another one is to respond effectively to educational needs of students with exceptionalities, because as human as we are, we have our different perception about things. More so, we have different ways on how we react on a specific situation. So how much more our learners with special needs. Okay, so next is we have to create safe, inclusive, culturally responsive learning environments for students with additional needs. So there is a saying that one learns best when they are comfortable or when they feel that they belong. So we must be able to provide that for our students, for them to um, develop or bloom into their maximum potential. So they need not to feel deprived. They need to be motivated and inspired for them to fully bloom as how they are expected to be. Right. So next is use knowledge in general and specialized curricula to individualize learning for students with additional needs. Now, individualized instruction is very much needed when you introduce concepts or topics to students with additional needs. You have to use different strategies or methods that is, of course, tailored fit to their certain need. Okay. And next, we have to use evidence based instructional strategies to maximize the learning opportunities for students with additional needs. Now, to tell you, there are 13 types or categorization of learners with additional needs. And one of them are learners with visual impairment, learners with autism, with intellectual disability, with learning disability, and other categorization. So we have to maximize the learning opportunities by making sure to come up with innovative strategies that would ensure or guarantee learning and learning for progression, not for regression. Number six is to use multiple methods of assessment and data sources to make sound educational decision for student with additional needs. Now, education placements are of issue to this into this field, and we must make sure to conduct valid assessments and come up with authentic data so that we will not be making wrong decisions in where and how to place the child in a regular or special education settings. And lastly, we need to demonstrate reflective thinking and professional self direction. Now, it's part of teacher to always learn, since every day is an opportunity to learn and learning does not stop. So there are a lot of um, innovations that is available, current trends that is available. We have to be adaptable to those kind of changes in order to meet the demands of our um, high progressing students and diverse thinkers as they are. Okay, so that's it for the program outcomes under these program Bachelor Special Needs Education, right? Next is curriculum components. So, since I've highlighted the two specialization that this university offered, I'll also be giving you the summarized only for the subjects that they need to get in order to complete this degree. So for early education specialization, we have a total units of 158. So 36 would be coming from Gen Ed courses. 42 would be from professional education, the one that's presented earlier, like Educ 101, Educ 103, the facilitating learner-centered learning. Um, 42 units will be coming from SNED major courses. Um, Another 24 units will come from specialization courses, and 14 the remaining 14 units would be from mandated courses. And on the other hand, for the elementary school teaching majors, they have more units, a total of 173 in order to complete this degree. They have this more courses in see here more courses in specialization since they are um, having elementary school major subjects like in connection to the presentation earlier with the ed program like EdGMRC, EdEng, like teaching English in elementary levels, teaching math in elementary levels. So they have those kinds of subject. Okay, right. So what are the opportunities after graduation? So as mentioned a while ago, that the graduates of BSNED elementary school teaching they may have an option to be employed in SPED centers or clinics as special education teacher, therapists, or clinicians. So they can also work in regular schools that practice inclusion as learning support staff and as SPED teachers. Okay, and the graduates of BSNID, early childhood education, can teach in regular school as early childhood education teachers. They can also have an option to work in special education centers as SPED teacher. Okay, so yeah, if they have if they still cannot see themselves in school setting, they may opt to practice in center or home or community-based setting as intervention specialists. That's also an important job. Behavior coaches and tutors. Okay, so I have a lot of um, since I am also a product of this university, a graduate of special education program. My colleagues were also already doing their jobs in different fields, some of them in educational field in a classroom setting as SPED teachers in different schools in Davao City. Some of them are working in a therapy centers as SPED education teachers and intervention specialists, and some have opted to put up their tutorial centers that also caters learners with special needs, right? So we have this, I'd like to highlight this Republic Act that was signed by the previous president, Rodrigo Duterte, Republic Act 11560. So this new law provides that no learner shall be denied admission based on their disability. So we have Since it was mentioned earlier that the increased population of learners with disability is inevitable. So we need to adjust to that, and we need to adapt to that change because it's not reversing. There is no way for us to lessen that one since it is really increasing. So this law is also provided that all schools, whether public or private, shall ensure equitable access to quality education to every learner with disability. So this is very much timely to the um, program offering of PSNet program because it really is an answer to the calling. So under this Republic Act, all learners with disabilities, whether uh, they shall be accorded services and reasonable accommodation based on the individualized education plan that they have, and shall have the right to avail appropriate support and related services. So if a graduate of this program would be able to advocate for achieving that specific goal in mind. Right. So in the practical setting or after graduation, we know that once we look for a job, it is part of our things to consider, the benefits. So I'm just gonna highlight this difference that we have. I know that there is already a dated um, categorization of this amounts because they're constantly increasing. This salary grades are based on uh, if you're hired in Department of Education schools. So I believe the starting grade of this T1 or teacher 1 is no longer 23. It's I think it was added 5,000 for the latest update. So that's the point of this slide is to make you see the difference, or there is really a difference with the entry salary of a general education teacher and a special education teacher. So we can see upon entry of a SPED teacher 1, you will be more or less 30,799, comparing to a general teacher with 23,877. So with that alone, it's really an advantage for us to have to be a graduate of SPED teachers, right? So yeah, that's just one of the things I wanted to highlight. And last is why UM? Why should you choose UM? So first and foremost, we have a lot of exchange programs that could uh maybe one of years from now you'd be one of our exchange program students. We have a lot of international linkages, partner schools that we send students to experience, immerse with their culture, and um, render pre-service teaching or practicum service on the partner schools outside Philippines. Another reason is we are a center of excellence. So a center of excellence refers to a department within higher education institution which continuously demonstrate excellent performance in the areas of instruction, research and publication, extension and linkages, and international institutional qualifications. Now, it was mentioned and highlighted in the previous presentation that for now we have the most recent number of top notchers this college has produced is 110. So that is a manifestation or proof that we are indeed a center of excellence. Right. So aside from that, we are also holders of level 4 accredited status programs, which are highly respected as very high academic programs in the Philippines, which has prestige and and authority comparable to similar programs in excellent foreign universities. Yeah. Aside from those recognitions or certifications, we also have series of engagement that is related to field. So this is the our students participating in the National Autism Consciousness Week. In fact, some of the students will also be participating this Sunday because it's also gonna be the Angels Walk, which is the same event as this one, as what you can see in the picture. Another one is pre-service teaching trainings. So this is our one of our few newly completers of the practicum under BSNet program. So we have them finishing and flexing their um, jobs. Okay, another pictures as proof. So this is our students assigned in learning disability class in SIR school. Again. And that would be all. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that we'll see each other in the hallways of the university. I hope that you choose BSNet or consider BSNet as one of your choices in um, pursuing your degree in college. Thank you once again. Hope you have a great day.
All right. Thank you so much, Sam. And that's it, no, for our highlighted programs this morning. And that is the Bachelor of Special Needs Education. And I believe, no, our participants, no, our incoming freshmen are now enlightened and encouraged also and be able to really um, know and be able to really choose know what program or what profession they would like to have in the future. And so for them to give more of the reasons why they should choose University of Mindanao as their partner in pursuing their profession and dreams and aspirations for the next 5 years or 10 years from now, let's have this video and hopefully this can help. All right. So please take a look at this.
For 76 years, the University of Mindanao has made quality higher education more accessible and more affordable to Filipinos aiming for a college degree. Still undecided where to spend one of the most important stages of your life, aka college? Here are 6 reasons you should choose as your home university as you enter your college life. Reason number 1, flexible schedule. It's all about efficiency, focus, and quality. Under the term system, students are required to take at least 4 to 5 course subjects in any given term and complete the program within the required number of years. The term system, with at least 4 course subjects in a term, compared to a regular semester with 8 to 9 courses, enables students to focus and prioritize their subjects better. Likewise, under the term system, students will have the option to choose their class schedules from either of the 3 sessions: morning, afternoon, or evening. Reason number 2, quality education. is the first university in Mindanao and Visayas granted an institutional ISO 9001-2015 certification. It is also the first and only school granted Category A status and is one of the 3 universities in the Davao region granted autonomous status by the Commission on Higher Education. Not only that, is recognized by CHED as a center of excellence in teacher education, business administration, and criminology, and a center of development in accountancy, computer engineering, computer science, information technology, and mechanical engineering. Further, is recognized by PACUCOA as the institution with the highest number of accredited programs in Davao region and second in the country, and is granted certificates of accreditation from the Philippine Technological Council for its engineering programs. Reason number 3, affordability with a wide range of quality academic programs. Because aims to be accessible to all manner of aspiring students and help them reach success in education, affordability became an utmost priority. To date, is the most affordable private university in the region. Moreover, is the largest academic institution in Davao region in terms of the number of program offerings. It has more than 100 undergraduate and graduate programs. Reason number 4, large campus and high-quality facilities. has expansive campuses that are strategically located to provide convenience in commuting and are equipped to accommodate thousands of students comfortably, with more than enough space and facilities for curricular and extracurricular activities. The 28-hectare Matinet campus houses buildings for its 10 colleges and has state-of-the-art facilities such as air-conditioned classrooms, laboratories, audio-visual rooms, the oval track, and the library. Reason number 5, internationalization programs. has a number of international partner institutions that give it the leverage to embark on internationalization programs such as student and faculty exchanges, joint research publications, and other forms of academic collaborations. To date, has sent over 100 outbound exchange students and hosted over 60 inbound students for short-term and long-term study. Reason number 6, open education. believes that everyone in the world should have access to high-quality education. The founding fathers envisioned an institution that made educational opportunities available to all learners, regardless of their intellect, economic status, gender, or race. Hence, it has the long-standing open admission policy that does not require entrance examinations based on grades. In the more than 7 decades that has been evolving and growing with the times, the school has proven its mettle here and abroad and stands in an honorable reputation of quality programs, instructors, students, and administration. Choosing is choosing open education that assures quality and affordability. So what are you waiting for? Enroll now, mga ga!
And so there you have it, guys. Those are the 6 reasons now why you should choose University of Mindanao. And hopefully, you would choose either Bachelor of Elementary Education or Bachelor of Special Needs Education. And these are programs under the College of Teacher Education. And so with that, no, we can say that you can be assured, no, once you would choose University of Mindanao, it will be the best decision that you will ever make. All right. And we are very confident on that. Again, you can be assured that choosing University of Mindanao will be the best decision you will ever make. And so we say advance congratulations on your graduation day. And I know you're very excited for this. And we're also excited that once after your graduation, you would choose University of Mindanao as your partner in pursuing your dreams and aspirations. So thank you so much, mga ga and Amping. And say thank you also to our speakers, for giving your time and also your effort for sharing all those information about these 2 programs. Bye-bye, Amping, and see you soon.